People of you, hey, my name is Sunny, aka Quackton. Alright. Let's just jump right into it. I already watched the reveal because it's 44 seconds long. There's 44. That's actually pretty funny. But let me go ahead and just play it for y'all. I am gonna turn the volume way down because it does have Dan Dan in it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is Omega. And then yeah. Uh yeah. So you think when you see that you think, "Hey, maybe maybe that's the start of their active attack." But and this is like the end, but and then he has his own art. So the images are of the characters after Dokkan Awakening. So Omega isn't transforming, is what I'm gathering from this, because it's just after Dokkan Awakening, not after Dokkan Awakening and skill activation, which is usually what it would say. Okay. Let's talk about it. So, character choices. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This is very clear favoritism to me because they didn't make Vegito Blue a playable unit, but they are making Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta a playable unit. Honestly, I'm not that mad. I'm not that mad about it at all. What I am mad about is that Omega is not transforming. I pulled this guy up because I was fully expecting him to be transforming. But now that we know he isn't, let me actually pull up AGL Omega Shenron. This is your Dokkan Fest. Your Dokkan Fest is dropping with 8 categories, and your Carnival is dropping with 12. So what do we think? First of all, let's get out of the way what we think Gogeta is going to lead. He is not leading Giant Ape Power, where he just got a Giant Ape Power Carnival lead with this guy. Fusion, Shadow Dragon Saga, Kamehameha. Fusion does need a new lead, but in terms of category strength, I don't know. They would have to do Gogeta clones, which is I don't know. Because you have AGL Gogeta, you have the 7th Annies, you have obviously this new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but then what? That's what, 4 units? There's 2 spots left unfilled. What are we gonna do after? Like, what else are we gonna do? Are we gonna Super Easy A this guy super early? Are we gonna Super Easy A this guy? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna temporary buff this guy? What happens if we do and then he falls off after the buff runs out? What then? Shadow Dragon Saga obviously needs a new lead, but I think Omega is gonna lead Shadow Dragon Saga, so we can get that one out of the way. Kamehameha has a Carnival lead with Super Saiyan 4. Nope. With the Family Kamehameha. It's late. I can't talk. With the Family Kamehameha from last year. Final Trump Card, GT Heroes, and Time Limit. Final Trump Card just got a 200% lead with Tien. So I don't think they're going to make this guy a Final Trump Card lead. It could happen, but I doubt that it's going to. GT Heroes, I can see it, but I don't think they would. And then Time Limit, again, I don't know that they would. They could, but I don't know if they would, because he leads Time Limit for 220. You have this guy, the new G4, and then one of the, like, the 7th Annies. Like, sure, that's a good team, but like, I don't know if they would do that. And then this last batch of categories, Accelerated Battle does need a new lead. Kinda, not really. They did get 250 or 220, I guess, with hit. But what is hits 30%? Tournament participants are super bosses? I don't know. Like let's look at this lead, but take off these two. Like what is this looking like? I mean, it's alright, like, but it's not anything exceptional. And then Glorio, goodness, like I said, I'm very tired. It's late, but Glorio is kind of starting to age out a little bit in terms of his lead. Battle of Fate, we got one with Go Frieza, Fused Fighters. We just got 3 this year, so I don't think they're gonna make Fused Fighters 200%. Power Beyond Super Saiyan needs a new lead, and Earth Protecting Heroes. I can see it, but I don't think they're going to. Overall, I think the most likely options are probably like Final Trump Card, GT Hero, Time Limit, or Power Beyond Super Saiyan for this guy's lead. If he is fusing, probably Fused Fighters. Even though we just got like 85 leads, Fused Fighters PBSS are probably the most likely. But let's talk about this motherfucker. GT bosses Omega. He had this is your Dokkan Festival LR. He's probably gonna be in terms of typing for Gogeta. Let's look because let's look at Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. There's never been an AGL one, and there's never been an STR one. Will they do tech? Probably not. Int, almost certainly not. I don't think they're going to be STR because the Carnival was STR, and that would be 3 STR units of 4 major LRs. It's probably going to be AGL. And then let's look at Sin Shenron's disambiguation page, because this is where Sin and Omega are. We have never had... The only type of Sin and Omega that we have never had is Int. Excluding League of Shadow Dragons, or Legion of Shadow Dragons, but they don't really count. And also they're old. Like they're the next Battlefield EZA, I think. They could EZA during this part. So I think Int is very likely. I don't think they're going to be AGL. Tech could happen, but I don't see it happening. Int is very, very likely. And the STR and Fizz, I don't think he's going to be STR because of the same reason I don't think Gogeta is going to be STR, having 3 STR units in a celebration with only 4 major new characters. Not it. And also, this guy's probably going to Super EZA, right? Because he EZA'd in 2019. And then Fizz... I don't see Fizz happening. So Int is definitely what I think the type for this guy is going to be. So what are we thinking? I'm thinking if this is a big if, because nothing's ever guaranteed with Omatsu. If we get a free-to-play team, I think it's going to be Shadow Dragons. Gogeta does not need help. Omega does. So let's look. The categories we want to target here are GT bosses and Shadow Dragon Saga. So let's try Shadow Dragon Saga, GT boss, nope. And GT bosses in the 50. And then let's give him... Is he going to be on Transformation Boost and Power Absorption? Because this guy only is because of his intro. Crack. Come on. I really got to turn that off. But what else could he even lead? Actually, I made an Omega lead a while ago when he got totally legitimately leaked. Or totally legitimately revealed and not leaked. Let me find it. It's on page 2. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through Discord messages right now, trying to find this lead I made when Omega got totally legitimately revealed. Fuck. This was the best I could do. It is Shadow Dragon Saga Inhuman D's Transformation Boost 200/170. The 50 is going to GT bosses and Battle of Fate. And this is what that looks like. It's still not great. Still not great. Like, you have Omega, you have Rose, and then it kind of just falls off the face of the earth. If he has something that lets him debuff or disable immunity to debuff, I guess AGL Omega could be eating, but you're not linking them together because it's not Sin. Remember, it just says these images are the characters after Dokkan Awakening, not after Dokkan Awakening and skill activation. That is a very important distinction that they either just didn't make for no fucking reason or neglected because it doesn't apply. So these guys, these two are not linking, this Omega and this one. Why is he, oh, I was like, why is he pink? But that's just his art restarting, I think. But like, he could be eating, but again, you're not linking them. They're good. And then what? Again, we have the problem of, like, any of these guys could get temporary buffs. This guy could easy A. But if these guys get temporary buffs, what happens after those buffs run out? And then there's also the opportunity for the second anniversary units to easy A. Only one of them is on here? Why? Only Vegeta is on Battle of Fate? And I guess he's on... cause it's Shadow Dragon Saga, isn't it? Shadow Dragon Saga and Battle of Fate? Yeah. This guy has neither of those, because this is Baby Saga Goku. At most, he has Battle of Fate, but he doesn't have any of those other... He doesn't have Shadow Dragon Saga, Inhuman D's, or Transformation Boost, so he's not on this lead. Damn! Omega is kind of just fucked unless they introduce a new category in terms of lead. Or it, like, unless he gets a free-to-play team on the level of the clones. Like, it's not looking good. Like, I really look forward to seeing what they're gonna do with these guys, like, in terms of how they're gonna work, because, like, this looks great. Like, this looks very, 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 very good. The filtering here. This is beautiful, dog. Like, I don't know what crack cocaine they've been snorting. The artists at Bandai Namco have been snorting. But some of the animations we've gotten this year have kind of the same problem as a lot of, like, the Tournament of Power arc in Super does, where things are, like, super glowy and blown out. Except, unlike Super, it actually does it well because it's just the characters that are a little bit glowy and blown out, and not the aura and the characters. Like Evolution Blue Vegeta in the anime looks like shit. But this looks great. Dude, I'm comparing actual anime to fucking Dokkan. I need to get shot and killed. Oh my goodness gracious. But, like, again, I just noticed something with the wind up for the punch here. It has smear frame, like a smear frame right here. I get, like, a partial smear frame. I don't know. I'm no artist, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but blown out very glowy filters and smearing. Where have I heard that before? Where have I heard this story before? Where is he? Where have I heard where have I heard this story before? Where have I Nope, that's not right. Where have I heard this story before? Where have I heard this story before? It might just straight up not play. Point being, this is very similar to what we saw with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan back in February. But like these animations look incredible. I'm very excited. Like these arts, I don't know what they're feeding this new artist because Fenyo is not doing LR arts anymore. But these arts, dude, this celebration has had some fucking ridiculously good arts. Like if I go to cards and look just at like these couple LRs right here, just these two, the part 1 LRs, this character's render, like this asset, is just like, look at it, it's beautiful. And I don't know what crack cocaine they're smoking, but like this is what I'm talking about, by the way, like the glowy blown out filters, but it's done well. You can see it right here in particular. There are complaints to be had about this, but it looks fantastic. It is very well done, and Gogeta is showing like those. I missed it, I think. Whatever. But like when the Kamehameha gets fired, he like smears into it, and it's really good looking. I'm very, very excited. GT is a very interesting pick because it takes the theme from. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone off my desk there. It takes the theme from like breaking through, which is what it was like advertised as, to kind of just alternate timelines, like Future Saga into GT. Yeah, sure, why not? But data download probably any day now. Just part 2 kits could get revealed pretty much any second at this point. But yeah, until they do, that's gonna be it from me. So yeah, very, very excited. Until next time, see ya.